And Chilon, you're clear to say your name, outlet, and begin.
Oh.
You're muted.
Hi, I still don't see Kelly though. I was wondering.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. Hi. Fantastic. I just wanted to let you know, Kelly, that I'm doing the generics. So for the people that couldn't be a part of this junket, this will go out to everyone.
Okay.
So if you could wrap my question into your answer, that'd be fantastic. I know, pressure. You look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
Fantastic. So let's just get right into it, because I had read that you were a huge fan of Bob's work. I mean, who isn't? But when you look at him, what made you think that he is going to be the next big action star?
Well, I am a huge fan of Bob Odenkirk, and I think he is the most unexpected action star potentially, which is why it's so exciting that he's an action star now. So I think I was most excited about the idea that he is exactly who you wouldn't expect, and yet delivers pound for pound. He's amazing.
He absolutely is. When you first heard about this movie, however, and the story, what excited you most about the project?
Yeah, when I first heard about the story, it was sort of a combination of things. First, at 87 North, we're always looking for opportunities to find characters that are really complex, that are layered and detailed and specific, and have, really special arcs that relate to some of the experiences that we're all having in our normal lives. And this did that in spades, and then allowed you to talk about subject matter like, underappreciated dads and getting your mojo back, and and then gave you this context of like, how does this guy fight? What does he use to get through the day, and to really get to what he needs out of it?
I thought that this action film was really different in that it actually treated life very honestly, right? It got gritty with the action, and then it also gets really gritty with what happens in a marriage and with kids and stuff. Can you talk about those themes?
Yeah, I mean, the themes of the movie are sort of that. It's sort of like, Hutch bought into the American dream. White picket fence, wife, 2 kids, the perfect sort of situation. He's got a 9-to-5 that has probably turned him off to some degree. He's just kind of going through the motions. And when he has, and when his domain is invaded and he doesn't have the wherewithal and the propensity to fight back, I think gets really mad at himself. And I think he's like, oh, wow, I think it's a revelation that I'm not doing all I can to protect my family, to protect my home, to be my best self. And something flips, and he decides to get his mojo back. And in the meantime, the family realizes that he's changing too. And Connie and he find a path back, because there's a lot of love there all the way through. It's just been lost in the mundaneness of just ordinary sort of patterns. And, and then why not heighten that to the point where we're also kicking ass the whole time.
And speaking about him getting his mojo and that transformation, were you surprised at Bob Odenkirk's transformation into this mythic action hero? I
don't know. Was I surprised by Bob's transformation? I wasn't. He put the work in. He had the desire, and he is, and his comedy is biting. So it's like he's got that something. So it's like, just change it from jokes to physicality, and here we go.
And speaking about the physicality, I mean, the action, it's so gritty, it's so real. How were you guys able to achieve that?
We were able to achieve the action by, honestly, that's what 87 North does, is, bring amazing directors with bold choices behind them, great ideas. In Ilya, we found a tremendous partner in that way, and then support them with an action team that we've trained, that we, trust, and that can be there sort of to come up with the ideas, and also to incorporate the ideas from a great director who comes, who has a lot of action in his background as well. So it was kind of the perfect kind of 1-2 punch that way, so to speak. And so it worked out really well.
And speak a little bit more about Ilya's vision, because I feel like he's so incredible with action, but he also has this poeticism about how he presents the story as well as the action. Can you speak about working with him?
Yeah, I mean, Ilya Naishuller I'm a huge fan. At first, I've loved him since Biting Elbows. If you haven't seen it, it's a music video that he did that's first person as well. And, it's bold, it's interesting, it's poetic, to your point. And, I think in that he proves that he is lyrical in action, but also in drama. And I really think he brought, he allowed for everybody to bring their best selves and their best ideas to the table, and then guided them into what he, saw and wanted out of the arc of the characters, as well as the arc of the action. He's a real talent.
Amazing. And talk more about some of the cast that you assembled, because the talent is incredible, including Christopher Lloyd. I mean, who doesn't want to see Christopher Lloyd in an action film?
Yeah, the talent who came together on this is like a dream cast for this movie. Connie brings this warmth to a character that could have gone really cold. It had to feel like there was real love there, even though they were having a hard time. And then thus allowed to come back to a warmer spot when things were, kind of happening in the, better in the relationship. Christopher Lloyd is an inspiration. I mean, he came up actually a little bit late in the process, in the sense that it was like, oh, who's gonna play Bob's dad? And we were just busy, getting these Russians that Ilya had friends that he was bringing in. And we were just busy. And then it was like, oh my God, who's gonna play Bob's dad? It's actually really hard if you think about it. And I think Bob came up with the idea that it was like Christopher Lloyd. And it was just like, oh my God, that's like the best idea ever. Where has that guy been? Such a talent. By the way, also comedian. And, how do we get him? And literally set, Universal supported it immediately. We got him the script, and within a week he was in conversations, and I can't imagine anybody else in the role.
He's so phenomenal in it. But I have to get back to 87 North, because you guys are known, you're the woman behind some of the most iconic action sequences, like this staircase sequence from Atomic Blonde and this and John Wick. Okay, so you have all of these iconic action scenes that you created in the past. So can audiences expect more iconic action sequences from nobody?
Audiences can expect more dynamic, original action sequences from nobody, and quite honestly, anything 87 North does. Because, it comes from the character. So as long as you're finding the characters and thinking about what they do and how they feel and what they would do in a dangerous situation, is how you get that originality. Just a tip. But that's our goal every time out. But thank you very much. And thank you for saying that I'm a woman behind the action. I really appreciate it.
It's incredible. I love that I get to speak to you about this. But, being a woman behind one of these action films, I feel like this isn't just an action film that that most people can see. It's like someone that I love this movie. Can you tell me how this is like a movie that everyone can kind of glom onto and really, really sink their teeth in and enjoy it? Yeah,
I mean, nobody is honestly a phenomenal picture. It's about a guy, feeling how a lot of people feel in life: turned off, shut down. How do we get our mojo back? And that theme, coupled with extraordinary action that you've never seen before, is why you want to go to this movie.
You are so phenomenal. Thank you so much for your time. I am so appreciative, and this film is brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, Chilan.